What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It has been a long weekend of gaming presentations and whatnot. Not even started with Summer Game Fest. If you were watching from the beginning of the week, it started with I think it was the mixed media gaming indie thing. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's the Mixed Media Exchange, if I remember correctly, indie showcase. Then, of course, we had the PlayStation State of Play. Then, of course, we had on Friday the Summer Game Fest beginning. We had the Future Game Show. We had the PC Gaming Show. We had a bunch of little shows in between. So it's been a busy week of trying to catch up with all this stuff. And I have narrowed it down to about 10 games that I'm actually really excited about. They're not all new reveals and stuff. And there's some honorable mentions like Polyfighter and stuff that didn't make the list. It's not that important or anything like that to me. But yeah, it's just the games that I saw that I was excited about after seeing all of these events and stuff. These are the games that I'm most excited about going into, the next couple of months to the next year and whatnot in terms, and who knows, beyond that as well, because of some of the stuff that gets mentioned and whatnot. But anyway, I want to start off the list. It's just 10. I'm not saying that it's like the most excited about whatever, except for number one is the most excited that I'm most excited about, but the rest of them are just kind of like the way I remembered them. I recorded a little bit of the trailers and stuff to show you, so let's get started. The first one that's up is Wild Blue Skies. All right, there's a demo out for that right now. That is a somewhat Star Fox type game. It is by a independent studio. It was in the Mixed Media Showcase. It's not the first time we've seen this. We've seen this at some other presentation. I'm not remembering exactly which one it was at this point, but I do plan on recording a video playing the demo, so you guys can check that out. Look forward to that content on the channel as we go forward. It's an indie game. It looks great. It's like Star Fox, not really Star Fox, which is cool because we're also getting a Star Fox 64 remake this year in Star Fox. I mean, what a name for the Nintendo Switch 2. So for the people who are like me that like this type of game, this is pretty cool because we're getting 2 this year. That's awesome. This one looks amazing art-wise, and I hope it plays well. I'll let you guys know. Well, I mean, you guys can check it out when I record the demo gameplay, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, hopefully it plays as good as it looks. Very excited about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this choice. But yeah, this is one of my games that I'm excited for this year. After that, I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. Very excited about that as well. I'm pretty sure this was announced a while back. Maybe they changed studios that was developing or whatnot. I don't remember 100%. I just know that right now we know for sure it is by Platinum Games, who made things like Bayonetta and obviously did Nier Automata with Square Enix, I believe it was that they did that with. Anyway, very good action game pedigree behind them, so this could be really good, really high octane, really hardcore combos and flashy moves and whatnot, and obviously telling the brutal story in a video game of The Last Ronin. I won't say any more because even though I know who it is and whatnot, that might be considered spoiler for some people, and I just don't want to do that to you guys right now. So yeah, Last Ronin is the next game on my list. The next game on my list is also an indie game, I think. But anyway, it was featured in the Day of the Devs, if memory serves correct. Like I said, it's been a long weekend, guys. Bear with me. But it's called Prove You're Human. So basically, the Steam description of this says, an AI dares to dream she is human. You've been hired to put her in her place. It looks creepy. It looks freaky. It looks different. It looks fun. It looks, creative. It's a cool concept, and hopefully you guys... once you see a little bit of it, you guys also get interested. It looks interesting to me, and hopefully it's something that more than just me will decide to check out once it comes out. Obviously, it has no date, no time frame either, just says to be announced. But yeah, guys, Prove You're Human. Another indie game that caught my eye in all of these festivals and showcases and events and stuff. But yeah, it looks good to me. Next up, we have Gears of War E-Day from Xbox. Again, a big title. I know, cliche, blah, blah, blah. Looks good. I don't know. Looks good to me. Looks fun. I've enjoyed the Gears of War games I have played. I haven't played all of them, obviously. I didn't have an Xbox for a bit. But anyway, I ended up getting an Xbox with an Xbox 360 pretty late into the lifespan, so I'm not like the biggest, I guess you could say, most hardcore Gears of War fan, but this one looks good to me. Xbox has made it very clear that it is an Xbox console exclusive. It is still coming to PC, which is where I plan on playing it. I believe it's coming to Steam. If not, we'll buy it on the Xbox launcher on PC. I think there is one, or the Microsoft Store, whatever the heck it is that you use to do that. I'm scatterbrained, guys. It's been a long ass weekend, and no caffeine in the world is going to snap me out of how tired I am after watching all of these presentations. It's been a very, very long weekend. But like I said, Gears of War E-Day looks good to me. Hopefully it looks good to you guys as well. Let's check a little bit of it out.
So what now, Marcus?
We save everyone we can.
And yeah, that's one of my picks for stuff that I'm excited for this year. I don't even know what number I'm at this point. Next up should be no surprise to anyone. Obviously, another big game, Marvel's Wolverine by Insomniac Games, PlayStation 5 exclusive. It will not be coming to PC. If the announcement that they made that all their games that are like single player exclusive, whatever, are going to stay only on PlayStation, so you will need a PS5 to pick that up. I know times are tough right now, and it's a little hard to get that kind of money together, but Wolverine looks pretty good. I'm really excited about it. Really disappointed, however, there isn't a collector's edition, but hopefully the game is good. I don't have the problem everybody else has with Jean Grey's look, per se, as much as just her outfit doesn't look that interesting, right? She just looks like some, I don't know, whatever. But maybe since, you know, she's hanging out with the Morlocks and stuff, maybe that's why she has such an understated look to her right now in terms of no flashiness and no color. But yeah, man, that's this year. I think it's September, if memory serves correct. We got Wolverine. That should be pretty cool. Marvel's Wolverine on PS5 is the next game on this list. Hopefully you guys are also excited about that. If you have a PlayStation 5, I don't see why you wouldn't be. I think that's like one of this year's biggest games on there, besides Grand Theft Auto 6, which is very conspicuous in his absence from any of these things that we saw this weekend. No, whatever. I believe it'll have its own like event some point this year leading up to release and stuff, so that they can really dive into the features and all that stuff. That's not what matters right now. Marvel's Wolverine is what we're talking about right now. That's the next game up on my list that I'm excited about. One that took me by surprise and I'm actually pretty excited about, even though I'm not the biggest Spyro fan, is obviously the Spyro the Dragon game that just got announced out of nowhere. Ironically enough, in the Xbox Games Showcase and not at the State of Play. Feels like such a weird time to be alive sometimes when you think about this stuff. But yeah, man, there's a new Spyro the Dragon game coming out. I'm excited about that. It says spring of next year, so just about a year off from that, and we'll see how it all pans out. I'm sure we'll see more about it throughout the rest of the year and whatnot at some other event or showcase or something. Looks good. Looks really whimsical, really colorful. It's Spyro the Dragon. You know what you're going to get out of it. It looks good. I'm excited about that. Even though I'm not the biggest fan, it's just really good to see. Honorable mention to the new Rayman that's coming out as well. That was at the State of Play, if I remember correct. Yeah, I think it was. But yeah, man, a Spyro game and a Rayman game in the same year being announced, that's pretty cool. It feels like it's the 90s again, so that's pretty cool. Next game on my list should take no one by surprise. If you know me at all, you know Control was my favorite game of the year. 2019, the year came out. It was my personal game of the year, and I think I'm going to have a blast with Control Resonant as well. We're continuing the story from the first game. Some crazy stuff has happened in Manhattan. You're playing as Jesse's brother this time, Dylan, and it's all over Manhattan because Manhattan's been taken by all of the stuff inside of the Federal Bureau of Control, and it looks mind-bending, it looks action-oriented, it looks really fun, it looks graphically amazing as well. Can't wait. That's another one on my list of things that I'm looking forward to now that all of these summer things are, have happened this weekend. It's been a long one. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm blabbering a bit, but I'm just trying to get this out after legitimately watching so much content. All right, we're getting to the end now, so let's get right into it. Power World is going into 1.0. If you guys were here about, 2 years ago when Power World came out in early access, you know I absolutely love this game. I played so much of it on stream. We had really good numbers on streams for those two. But anyway, Howard's finally coming out in a 1.0. I already wiped my island. I'm ready to go when it drops. I read after that if you put stuff into your world box and stuff, it stays there, you know, like your pals and stuff. Too late. But anyway, looking forward to the 1.0. Very excited about that. Finally, a full release with a bunch of changes and whatnot. Very excited. Glad that it made it, even though it, you know, Nintendo tried suing them out of existence and stuff. We're getting a 1.0 that's on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, guys. So check that out if you like Pokemon with more of a survival aspect to it, and like I guess you could say, you know, better visuals and creative monsters and whatnot. It's really fun. The breeding was crazy because you could only get like certain pals by breeding completely unrelated pals and stuff. And the whole thing about baking cake and getting ingredients is a very in-depth game. You'll sit there, and if it hooks you, you're gonna lose so much time getting all the stuff that you want to get together just to do the things you want to do. Power World in a 1.0 looks great. Let's finally see if we know what the heck is going on with the World Tree. Yeah, man, very excited. That's in July. You know, so very soon, and I'll be streaming that if the good Lord is willing. So stay tuned for that as well on this very YouTube channel or Twitch, wherever you prefer to watch, guys. We'll be checking that out. Power World 1.0. So basically, the game's finally coming out. It's going to stop being early access. Very excited about that. So, if I'm not mistaken, we're down to the last two because I said 10. So, guys, it should be a surprise to no one. Stellar Blade Blood Rain is the second most anticipated game for me. I love the first Stellar Blade. The ending, you can see it on the YouTube channel right here where you're watching this, if you'd like to check that out. I think it's the true canon ending. I'm not sure. We'll find out, as this one does take place in the same world, same universe. Maybe not the same world, but the same universe. We'll find out. We don't know much at all. Literally just that trailer. We don't even know what platforms it's on. The only thing I can tell you for sure, it's PC because it says the gameplay was captured on PC. That's it. That's all we know. So it's not going to be a PS5 exclusive this time around. Not even a timed exclusive like the first one ended up being, because it is on PC now. Stellar Blade Blood Rain. I'm excited. I almost said Blood Moon. Yeah, but Stellar Blade Blood Rain. Can't wait for that. And yeah, although we don't know what Nintendo's got going on because they haven't done a Nintendo Direct or anything, I hope that we see one before the summer's over. And yeah, for right now, this is all that I've talked about because this is what we've seen. But yeah, Stellar Blade Blood Rain. I'm babbling a lot. I am so sorry, guys. I know this video is not going to be the most coherent, but hopefully you guys understand that I'm exhausted and I'm really just trying to get you some content out because it's been a while, and you know, some stuff to put on your radar if you're interested. And the last one, last but certainly not least, guys, this should not come as a surprise to anyone. It is Resident Evil Veronica. Resident Evil Code Veronica is one that I have been requesting for a remake for a while because it has desperately needed it. The original was a Sega Dreamcast exclusive way back in 2000. Guys, that is 26 years ago. All right, so this game really needs it. By the time it comes out, it'll be 27 years old. You can still, you know, check the game out now. It did come out later on Nintendo GameCube and PlayStation 2, and I believe on original Xbox. I'm not 100% sure about that, but in Code Veronica X, which had some extra content, just one or two like cutscenes and whatever that fleshed out the story a little more. But yeah, there was a return of Wesker, so let's see what happens with that. But yeah, it looks amazing. Creepy. We haven't seen anything really, but I mean, if it's on par with the remakes that we've gotten for Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 2, you know, we should be eating real good, guys. No pun intended because of the zombies. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. That's the game I'm most excited about. Guys, that's not to downplay anything else. There were so many great games that were shown, a bunch of indie games that, like, if you like indie games, dude, there's something for everyone. If you like video games and you have the capacity to play on more than one platform, especially, there's so much good stuff coming out in the near future and into the farther future. Like, we don't even know when a lot of these games that were announced are showing off this last week, you know, when they'll drop, when they'll come out, etc., etc. All we know is this: there's rumored to be a Nintendo Direct later on next week. We'll see. Even if there isn't, I'm sure they'll do one eventually. Hopefully that Ocarina of Time remake is a thing, or, you know, even a new Zelda title would be great. I greatly appreciate that. The Legend of Zelda is my favorite series. My second favorite is actually Resident Evil. So here we are. I know you guys probably think I'm crazy, and you'd be like, what do you mean? You play a lot of Destiny, and I've been campaigning for Destiny 3, which of course, I wasn't expecting to see, but hey, congratulations to the community for showing up big time on all of the streams and everyone possible know that we want Destiny 3. Not the point, but yeah, guys, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out. I'm excited. I hope Nintendo does do a Nintendo Direct next week. Because there's a lot of stuff already coming out, and you can always use more. We can't possibly play all of these games. I'm going to play as many of them as possible. Hopefully, I am entitled to the Power World 1.0 for having bought the early access one. But yeah, if not, I guess I'll just buy it. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. What do you think about my picks? What games were you most excited about? I know I'm going to get killed for not including the Halo campaign involved, but since it's just a campaign, it's not the multiplayer, it's kind of whatever. You know what I mean? So, it's going to be the first, I guess, Halo on PlayStation, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, guys, those are my picks. That's what I'm most excited about. In no particular order, except for the last two. Those are the two most exciting games for me. Beyond that, it's not really like, oh, this game is better than that or anything like that. These are just games that caught my eye that I was very interested in. There were a lot more games, but I want to keep this video as short as possible. It's already running at about, before edits or whatever, about 20 minutes. So let's see if I edit it down a little bit, cut out a little bit of its babbling. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Or if you're watching this on Monday. If not, we're live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch and YouTube. All the links are in the bio. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, please. It really helps the channel out. And yeah, let me know what you guys are excited about. What did you guys think about the presentations? Were you disappointed by anything? Are you excited about anything? Should I have mentioned a game that you really want to see on this list and isn't, or anything like that? Let me know. I read all the comments and I respond as much as possible. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good one. Peace out. And yeah, man, happy gaming. It's gonna be